I've got my background. Let me get this so you can see it. I'll throw this one away, but I do have this color balance that I did. So if I turn it on and off, you can see I've really changed the mood of this now. But let's say I didn't want to change the mood of any of these buildings. I just wanted to change the sky. Well, I can fix that because look at this. When I went and got my color adjustment layer, Photoshop is so sure that there are going to be instances when you only want to change one part of the paint layer that it automatically gives you the mask without you even asking for it. So if I were to get my brush and some black paint, remember that black conceals and white reveals, and I paint out, I'm just painting out everything else, the road. I'm just doing this super, super quick. I could use, by the way, here, I can use, if I want to go in a hurry, I can just, and I'm doing this myself, I'm not letting the computer do it for me. And then I can say fill with black. So now, if I switch this off, you can see the layer here. That was my unretouched image right out of the can. This is what this adjustment layer is doing now. It's changing the color balance, but only in the sky and this part of the image. You can see, if I put my finger on the option key and click, there is the mask. So you can see what I'm masking and what I am not. Let's try one more thing. I'm gonna take that mask and delete it. I've still got my color adjustment layer. I'll grab a new mask by hitting the quick mask button. Here's one more thing. We haven't really talked yet about the gradient tool. If I am on a gradient, you can do any color gradients you would like. But if I'm on a mask layer and I click on the gradient tool, you'll notice this is where all the gradients are kept, whether it's a classic gradient. We'll talk more about this tool. But for now, you notice that the gradient is black and white. I'm on the mask. So if I start at the top and move to the bottom, I have a gradient mask. And so now the color adjustment is peeking through the piece. You know, I just put my finger on the shift and the option keys and clicked on the mask to show you. There's the quick mask. So if I decide I wanted to adjust the color gradient, I could do that. Oops. And then I could just go out. So now this color adjustment that I've done, this color balance change, which by the way is right here, and if I were to double click on it, it would pop up. So the color adjustment is now really only acting on the top third of the image because that's where the gradient goes. And so if I start to mess with this, you can see it change. See that? So this part of the image is masked off. This is the old image. This part of the image is being acted on by this color adjustment layer. So if I turn it green, or I turn it magenta, or I turn it the other way. So remember, black, white, and shades of gray. Does that make sense? I think so. Let's do another one. Hang on. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to do adjustment layer. I'll do the black and white one. This is a kind of a more dramatic change. So I'm going to throw the color balance one away. Here's my black and white. Here's my color image that has a pinned adjustment layer on it. If I come in and I get the gradient tool and I make sure I'm on this layer as I do this, this time I'll do it sideways. Can you see the colors seeping into the image? Here, I'll pull it this way. See the color cab and then the black and white screen? So that's color adjustment layers and masks.